Hey guys, it's Generalkidd here. How's everyone doing today? So, for this video, we got a little special treat for you guys. This was like 8 months ago or so, but I made a video about what Noble 6 looks like under his helmet. And I used a mod to fly around during the cutscene where Noble 6 takes his helmet off. And that is the cutscene on Lone Wolf. At the end of Lone Wolf, actually, when he's about to die. But when he takes his helmet off, as you recall, and this is a little refresher of that video, Noble 6 has no head when he takes his helmet off. Or perhaps his head is attached to his helmet and he just ripped his head off. But anyways, Noble 6 is basically headless without his helmet, to say the least. And in that video, we basically covered this in depth and pretty much determined that this is what Noble 6 looks like without his helmet on. But there's actually more to it than I realized at the time. Looking through the game files, there's a tool called Adjutant that lets us view all the models in Halo Reach and other objects as well. If we use that tool to view Noble 6's Spartan model, or it's actually just a generic Spartan model, because you can use any armor pieces on him, any kind of customization you want. But as you can see, with this tool, we can apply whatever armor we want on him. We could change his helmet, change his armor, or even have multiple helmets on at the same time. And you'll get some weird results if you combine all the armor and helmets together. But that's not the point of this video. The point is, if we took off his helmet completely. So here, see, we turned his helmet off. Now we turn it back on. And without his helmet on, he has this weird head underneath. And you can only see this, for now, you can only see this using the tool Adjutant to play with this different armor customizations. And so let's get a closer look. That is pretty much what a Spartan looks like without the helmet on. It is, this is the closest thing you'll actually get to Noble 6's face. And yeah, it's like basically, it's not really a face, as you can see. It is, well, I don't know how to describe it. It's like some kind of like, it's like another helmet almost, but like without the actual helmet part. But we can take a look inside here as well. It's what it looks like on the inside. But yeah, so this is the Spartan model that's used in campaign for Noble 6, and this is what it looks like when you take his helmet off. But I've been told that people say that this has never been used in game, that particular part is never rendered. And it's kind of true, actually, because as you saw in my previous video I showed earlier, when he takes his helmet off, this headpiece, this part of his body, is nowhere to be seen. But that's actually not the case. So I did some digging a little further through some other cutscenes in Halo Reach. There are other cutscenes where Noble 6's helmet is off. Just, you don't see him take it off, but some cutscenes it is off. So this cutscene, before the end of the mission Winter Contingency, you see Noble 6 here is headless during the cutscene. And I'm using the same mod again as I used in that previous video to fly around during the cutscene, so we can see what things look like behind the scenes. Because but behind the scenes of cutscenes, it's like really weird actually, and you see things that like look, well, pretty odd. But those things are not meant to be seen, and they're behind the scenes. But anyway, so as you saw there, Noble 6 briefly got his helmet back, and it will disappear again soon. And the reason why I'm showing you this particular cutscene is that when his helmet disappears again soon, that's when we see his face. Well, that face we saw in Adjutant rendered in game. Because people say you never see it in game and it's never rendered, but actually it is rendered during this cutscene. So here, when he gets knocked on his back by the Elite, that is when we see that little part of his body rendered, the head without the helmet on. It looks a little different than in the tool Adjutant, but that's because different parts of it are not fully rendered, it seems, and there is a visor that's rendered inside this time compared to the other one. But that is basically the same model that we saw in the tool Adjutant. And to my knowledge, I haven't checked every single cutscene because it takes time to do this mod. But from what I've seen so far, of all the cutscenes I've tried, This is the only one where we actually see that odd face slash head that's actually rendered in the game. Of course, it's rendered behind the scenes, but it is there nonetheless. And yeah, that's basically the closest thing we'll get to Noble 6's face without him being a headless Spartan, like during the cutscene on the mission Lone Wolf. But let's take a closer look now. So, as you can see on the inside, the actual like visor is rendered. In this case, it's a gold visor for me. But from the outside, you don't see the visor, but you will see some of that head. The front part is kind of invisible from certain angles at times, but the back part is definitely there on the inside. If I turn around to the back, it's only the inside parts are rendered basically. But you can only see the inside parts on the outside. So when I go to the back part is not rendered, but you can see the inside where the visor is. But yeah, so there you guys have it. Noble 6's, the closest thing to Noble 6's face. It's a little creepy to stare at it, especially in the still pictures I showed you above from the tool adjutant. Because it's just, I don't know, it kind of reminds me of like Slender Man or something. But that's something else for another time. So, Noble 6, everybody. He's a pretty strapping fella there. But yeah, so hopefully you guys found this to be interesting, and you know, this was a revisit of that, but you know, we did figure a few things out that we never noticed before. But if you guys did enjoy this, make sure to leave a like and leave your thoughts in the comments. If there's anything else you want me to check out or anything you want me to look into, as I always say, just let me know and I'll do my best to look into it. But other than that, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.